Welcome back to my channel again. My name is Victor Oya and I go by the name @Victor Oya 6481 on YouTube. So I'm shooting this video from Kama as usual, my place here, and this is after what happened. Actually, it was quite unfortunate, so discouraging, so demoralizing that I even wondered whether I should do YouTube at all or just leave it all together. Well, I wouldn't let myself to be discouraged by a single incident that happened, a wayward kind of thing, and really why it happened, even to say the least. It's something that just popped out of nowhere, like I was just doing the video and somebody from nowhere just blabbed up, maybe frustrated by his own life or bitter inside, very bitter, decided to come on kind of empty his frustrations on me because it was very hot actually, and the temperature was really soaring, and somebody was feeling the heat and said, well, it's an easy pick for me to let it out. Well, now in a way it really makes me wonder whether this, being in Nairobi City actually, you don't expect something like that to happen. Yeah guys, let me show you where I'm coming from. Shooting this video from my room, my favorite room, and it's so disorganized today, and I don't even know what's the time. Sometimes when I'm trying to make a video, I don't even look at what the time is. I don't check the time, I just start randomly all of a sudden. Even I wasn't planning to do it anyways, but I want to keep you on the loop, So what's happening now? Today is being, I think, a Tuesday, if I'm not wrong. I just want to see whether I can rearrange this room. Yeah, So let me just, maybe I just take tea, just a small tea, This is my favorite. This is tea, black tea, no sugar, nothing, just tea. No added flavors, just tea. So yeah, it's 11. I have to keep looking around, It's 11:29 on a Tuesday morning. My favorite light is coming up from up there, you can see it. Yeah, this is Nairobi, East Africa, guys, for those who are watching from outside Africa or from outside Kenya. This I don't know which name you used to call me. I don't know even whether I have any name. Yeah, as usual, I'm talking, I have to do a small gargle. Yeah, I don't really have a lot. I was just trying to tell you that I'm okay. Even after the attack, I'm still breathing, I'm still kicking, I'm alive. So that's what matters. So you can see my room, how it looks like, which I show you a dozen times. Quite disorganized. Yeah, those are plates and all that. I often wonder, whether, like in a country like ours here, where we have a lot of unemployment, yet you can create your own job, Like yesterday, well, let me not say about that. You can create anything. I always think that it's possible. And you create your own job, not rely on being employed. Yeah, like, this it's interesting, like, okay, let me show you something. Let me not be lazy, like talking, sitting on the couch. So I'm thinking, I'm having some ideas. Like, for example, this light, I don't like the way it comes. Sometimes when I put it off, then it looks quite dark inside here. But, okay, from here, this angle, I think it's okay. You can see me clearly. Yeah, I'm talking about, maybe, it looks stupid. I mean, it's an idea, I'm just giving an idea. For example, if I make tea, if say you make tea, for example, say you have nothing to do, you're not working, you're not employed, you get some capital like maybe 500 Kenya shillings and buy some tea leaf and sugar, and then use a vessel like this. Let me show you this one. This holds around, I think, I don't know how many liters. I make quite a quantity. If you make tea here and they sell all of it, I think you'll earn some money. I use a glass like this. Say like this one, you sell, if it's full, sell it around 20 Kenya shillings, 20 or 30 Kenya shillings, tea. And here when I walked around in the main road there, I see most people sell tea actually that side of the road, I think where I was attacked. And they sell milk tea. Then I said, how about selling lemon tea, right? Or walk around with it and sell. I've seen some ladies actually, I don't know, walking around with some kettles, steel kettles, and selling coffee. Me, I haven't seen anybody selling tea, but I've seen them selling coffee. They must be selling it, I think here people love coffee more than tea. So, yeah. So, this is about self-employment. So if you make tea on that vessel that I've shown you over there, and then be able to sell all of that, say you're making lemon tea and sell all of it, and probably you spend something like 100 and maybe, I don't know, 120. I am not very sure how much it costs, the sugar cost, because I never take tea with sugar. And then tea leaf, we take tea leaves, which might be not so much. I don't think you need a lot of tea leaves, something like this. You need like this. This one, I don't know, it's called tea, pet PFT, Maramba, good morning. It says good morning. This one costs 10 shillings here, Kenya shillings. You need this, I think, for a bucket like this one, the one I've shown you. Let me point it again, I don't know, this one. Yeah, you need, I think, around 3 of these. I think so, 3 of these. And that would be 30 Kenya shillings, 30. And sugar, maybe 120. I'm not sure whether it's 120 or even 60. Let's talk about 60. Yeah, so that would be 100 Kenya shillings, and to make those glasses which I showed you over there, make around rough idea, I think around 20 or 50 glasses can fill up this, right? I don't know what I'm right, I'm just doing guesswork, guys. This, if you fill this 50 times, it might feel, oh sorry, this is a glass, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna fill this one. So energy aside, like you might use something they call jiko here, charcoal jiko, use the gas, whatever you're using to prepare the tea. Okay, then sell 20. It's theoretically, it's not proven. I'm thinking that you can do that, and then that will give you something like 50 times 20, that's 1,000 Kenya shillings, and probably you spend around 300. So you'll get 700, theoretically. I have to be very clear here, that's theoretical. It's not something that because you have to market it. Sometimes people have to know that you exist there. They have to know that there's tea available there. So that's an example of self-employment you can do. As I used to see in India, actually there are a lot of these things in India, like in New Delhi where I was. You find tea, chai. Even in the train, when I traveling to Tamil Nadu, chai. People moving with the kettles, chai. And they give you in small plastic and sell it 5 rupees or 10 rupees. So it's something. can self-employ yourself. That actually I've seen people doing this, but they're selling coffee. I'm thinking that if you are to put your academic titles aside and keep them in a cupboard and say that a job is a job, you're going to create a job from scratch. Because you see, you need capital. So without capital, there's not much you can do. So you have to raise capital basically from somewhere. Or there are many other things. So I was thinking that maybe I should do something, even for myself, do something called affiliate marketing. But affiliate marketing, I need internet, I need a computer. I have a computer, I don't have internet. So guys, I'm thinking something, I'm thinking to work one day as a vendor in the street there and sell stuff and see how it goes. I mean, I'll enjoy the experience. It's good. It's rich experience for me. Maybe I should go and I've shown you, for those who follow me, my street outside there. Traveling in the beaten bath and tarmac, small, that passes outside my place. Actually, let me show you something that happened here, which was quite unfortunate. This is about still along the topic of me being attacked on the road. I mean, the Nairobi environment looks to me to be very hostile when it comes to the camera. It's like people don't want to be photographed. I don't know why. I mean, videographed, or they see, I passed on your video. I passed on your video. Why are you taking people videos? No, people are hostile. Or don't show that, don't point that to me. That's the third instant I've encountered here in Nairobi. Third. So this is my environment where I usually come from. I have a turn of camera, I think it's heading to 12 here. You see, what the unfortunate thing I'm telling you is about the tree that used to be here, the mango tree. The neighbor cut it. I feel so sad about it. It's gone. It used to give very nice fruits. It's gone forever. It's not there. You can see it's an empty space. If you watch my videos from before, you'll see there was a tree I used to show you over here where my hand is pointing. That one, they cut it down because they're building. The neighbor is building. So, I have this plan where I'm planning to make this thing. Sometimes nowadays I become afraid, to come outside. Yeah, what I'm telling you, you see this place? Here. Here you can start something over here. You put some tea here, and people are passing on the road here. They can buy from you. You see that lady going over there? She's carrying stuff. I don't know whether this thing can zoom. Yeah, she's hawking, selling eggs and something they call tomato kachumbari. Yeah. So, yeah, if I put something over here, like what I was demonstrating to you here, and put some shade here. I put some shade, it's very hot, you can see. And then I'll be able to maybe sell and make some money. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. Look, it's very hot, and I think today it might rain. So let's go inside, man. I just wanted to show this, along this road, you can do some business. Yeah. So like, with permission, I want to show you more about what I'm talking about. Now I'm not going to mention it. So guys have come inside, but I think that this place was closed. Yeah guys, this is where I live. For those who are new in the channel or who are viewing me for the first time, I live over here. I'm soldiering. You can hear the sound coming from this side. This is the trees the people are constructing. The one who cut the mango tree from there. Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm going back into the house. I think I'm alone now. So I'm saying, you see that road over there? You can self-employ yourself there. So guys, I'm not yet turning the camera towards me. What you are seeing is my room once again. Yeah, Nah, and as usual, I'm very disorganized. And these things are very dirty stuff. This one, the refuses, leftovers, I put them in a polythene. This one I can dispose outside there. We don't have a proper disposal place here. So why I put in the polythene is because polythene doesn't let a rotten tomato to leak through to the floor and make maggots move around. You always have company, in nature you have company. Maggots are there to tell you, hey, come on, that's my area, If you let that leak down, these things are either, let's say it's a tomato. What does a tomato contain? It contains vitamins, right? Whatever. But if you let it rot and leak and let it be in that environment, the atmosphere there, the temperature, that warm temperature, and visit the place after 1 or 2 days and lift it up, you'll see some stuff moving down there about your particles. They just form automatically, That's nature around us. So guys, I was talking about this thing of trying to create something to do. The beginning is always a problem because now it needs capital. Even if you have capital to start, first it needs a lot. It needs your stamina, your morale, the surrounding, and who you actually look like or are. Like for me, it's very difficult, guys, because sometimes, I think people know, like surrounding where I am right now, know that I came from abroad. Then you come here to sell tea. It's quite difficult to start something, but if you go to the area where people don't know you, like maybe word doesn't spread out and people don't know what you are, or whatever, you can do something like this. Whether you are from Kenyatta University or Nairobi University, or you are holding a PhD or whatever you are, whoever you are, if you put those things aside and you don't have a job, or even if you are a doctor but unemployed, so you can do something, nobody knows who you are. One time there was a guy who was actually moving around selling samosas. And I used to buy samosa because it's something I missed a lot when I was in India. Yeah, so one time when I was going to that road where I was attacked, the tarmac one, further up there, I think those who follow me already know about it. Then I saw that guy actually was selling eggs there because he used to move around the corner. I say used because I don't see him nowadays. Then I went there when I was shooting a video. So when I reached there, I told him, well, I'm going to have one samosa. Then I took one samosa from him and we were just chatting, talking. I asked a bit about him and what he's doing. Then he told me he's a student at Kenyatta University. And the way I was seeing him hustling, then I said, wow, what are you, I mean, when somebody tells you you see somebody on a border rider, but you don't know this person is is somebody who has done either mechanical engineering but doesn't have a job. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to do something like academic to be there. And what I'm saying, cutting across all strata of society, what do you call it? Being educated or uneducated, that's what I mean. Being unemployed, not having something to do, you can do something like this, maybe boil eggs. Like that lady I just pointed over there, that one, she's selling eggs. She's holding eggs in some bucket like this and some tomatoes cut, they call it like salad, and moving around and they're selling maybe one egg, I think she's selling. I had somebody told me it's around 30. I have not eaten one myself. Because sometimes I also think these eggs are actually factory manufactured eggs, because I've seen some videos, where eggs are being prepared. Because I asked why are they having different prices? There are some which are sold 25, some are sold 15. And they bring a lot. So even this chicken that lay these eggs, where are they found? So, well, somebody told me, yo, you have no idea. These are factory manufactured eggs. Oh my God. Really? Yes. So now, you know what I'm planning? Ever since water entered this room, I've never cleaned it. But I'm telling you, I'm very, very, very lazy in cleaning this room, actually. I don't even know what I can even attempt. Look, it's quite dusty, man. It's quite dusty. I put like this if my phone wouldn't fall down. Look, it's quite dusty. And even the thing that I used to use to clean it, these are my makeshift temporary polythenes that really come handy when it's raining. And I block my door with this so that water doesn't invade me. Okay, this is the thing I used to use before. I know, don't let it not scare you, but it's worn out now due to moisturization, wetness, and being left like that. So it became like this. This is the thing I was using before. If you remember one of my videos where I cleaned this room, I used this one, and it looks like something I should just throw away. So I have to look for a piece of cloth to use to wipe this floor a bit, because there's a lot of dust, really a lot. Yeah, this room can tell you a lot of stories about me. Yeah, a lot of stories, but monotonous story is one very boring story. Just one single same thing, mundane, always same thing. Waking up, taking black coffee, black tea. Sorry, I don't take coffee because coffee affects my, my health. Coffee gives me headaches and stuff. Whenever I take coffee, I must have headache. That thing, I don't know what it is, because I think it's inflammatory kind of a drink. So, it will tell you the story. I wake up in the morning, and after I've done these plates, after I clean them, rather, very, very rudimentally, simple. Water is outside, but I use this thing I was telling that you can use to make tea. And then this is my vessel that I use to make tea. And do you know what quantity of tea I take? Just 1 glass. And as you can see, there's a sheaf. So as you can see, look, there's a tea leaf inside. Let me turn it this way. Okay, let me turn it this way. There's a tea leaf, but there's no milk. And what's more, there's no sugar. So these two things are not there in this tea. And then I boil it here over here. This is my cylinder. When this cylinder gets finished, man, I develop worms. I become sick because this everything. My source of energy is this. This one, to fill this cylinder here, will cost 1,050 Kenya shillings. And when it's done, my God, I have to look for that money to fill it. It's quite crazy, I don't use Jiko. I never had a Jiko before. So, yeah, I'm relatively new in this country. Actually, it looks like a foreign country to me. But it's my country, it's my home. So, like, I have little choice than to adjust the environment and how it is. I haven't gone to shacks, That is my roots, roots. The cradle is point zero. I've not reached there. So this is Nairobi, laid back Nairobi, back. So I have shown you those things, couple of things there. And the glass that I'm using, I'm just, going around so many things at the same time. This is the glass that I use, just a washer. Just 1 cup of glass of water, this one, then pour on that vessel that I showed you over there. Or sometimes I can use this one too. Take water from the packet, water packet. They have quite a dozen of them. This is one of them here. This water packet used to be oil, used for oil, but after the oil was finished, it's converted to a packet of water. So we store water there. So I take it from there. When I brought it from outside, then put in this glass, put there, boil it, and have a sieve And I'm good to go. I don't take tea. It's not that I'm diabetic, but I tend to believe that tea, sugar is not good. Yeah, guys. So this was about how I got attacked. Is the audience in Nairobi, the public, are they receptive to camera or you making a? Do you have? Are there any risks that you run into when you're making a video in the street in Nairobi? Of course, quite a lot. Like that one is one, but that wasn't as serious as when somebody can try to mess up with the device or even take it from you. There are people called bikers who can bike away with your stuff. I am not saying it has happened, but I saw some movies, some videos somewhere in the past where somebody had that kind of incident happening. It does happen for sure. Not only here, man. I told you, in India, I used to witness in New Delhi, in Redford area, Chandni Chowk. I saw a hoodlum, one small boy like this, those are street people. And one old man was making a phone call. The boy came from behind, snatched the phone and took off with it and crossed the road. You can't run after that. So it doesn't happen once. I even personally myself grabbed one thief like this who had snatched a phone also. That time it was a crowded place and was really running away and managed to sneak off and run. There was a policeman there and ran after him. So it doesn't really happen. It happens everywhere, my dear. This in the world, these things happen. So when you are moving out there with a device, sometimes you get wary. Like now, this video which I'm making inside the house, inside the room. There's no any risk. But sometimes, when you're making these kind of videos, you're not likely to get views. People want to see action. People want to see many stuff, many things, Look around, see people, see things. This attracts the audience. You are the audience. People watching this video. But the risks the person who's shooting that video takes, you don't know about it. It's quite a lot, but, it depends the environment where you are sometimes. So I'm thinking that maybe if I go to Sharks there, I can do better there. Because in Sharks, there's nobody who's going to come and take my device from me. In the reserve rural area, it can't happen. It happens only in cities. So, yeah. So anyway, I put that behind me. I have 3 incidents I've suffered in Nairobi. One time I was also moving somewhere in a narrow place here in Kama itself, and I didn't even realize there were ladies who were making chapatis just outside the building. And I was just shooting a video and moving along that I had. Hey, don't point that device to us. And when I looked, I was shocked. Surprised, and to look around and I saw 3 ladies. Then I came to my defense immediately. I told them I wasn't here to film you. I'm not making video. I'm just moving along the street. Oh yeah, it's not a place you can make. If you want to make content, go there to the main road. Who told you that the main road is where content is made? That was an attack also. Another time I was moving along Kamai Road, same road where I was attacked. And I felt like I was angry and I wanted to take something like a samosa. I saw a small restaurant. It's not much of a restaurant, but they were selling some samosas on outside, inside a glass box, like the one which was outside there, I didn't show you because it doesn't belong to me. A glass, it's a glass, like a box, like a cubicle box. Then inside they put samosas and other things like roasted chicken or stuff like that, So I wanted samosa. But the moment I approached there, she said, don't put that kind of thing out. Take it out of me. Hey, what? Not to point this object device. Not to point this device to her. She was a lady. They were extremely conscious of the camera. And I said, Nairobi, Nairobi audience. And actually I heard rumors that somebody, in fact the YouTubers, was saying don't make a video in Nairobi. Somebody was saying, okay, I'm not talking of the CBD. CBD there, everybody is moving fast. There, unless somebody will come and snatch you, something like that. But to really hurl insults at you and call you stupid, you're doing stupid things. No, I don't think it really happens there. But you go out of CBD to areas like here. I think these areas, Kiambu, I don't know, Kamai, and you're moving the street here, you are likely to get these things I'm talking about. And what was the other one? Yeah, those three that have happened to me. But in most cases, like when people don't want to see this, they just do their face like this. They see that's a camera. They do like now one wonder what's wrong with the camera. Or you being seen in a camera, it doesn't change anything about you. So what is the hell what's the problem? Even I know my friend, I call her my friend because she's an old lady there, someone sell vegetable and tomatoes, say, hey, that thing you're carrying, just put to the other side. So Nairobi, the reception as far as, I don't know whether there are places in the world, I think like somebody moving in New York, or someone shooting a video there where people don't give a damn, they know it's normal. Well, I don't know whether we are in a way, but I like what's happening in Kenya. It's very nice. It's becoming more and more, open-minded society. And like now you can go to CBD and shoot your video. I've never done one. Maybe when I get the resources to do that, I will. Okay, guys, so I was saying, I'm okay, and the attack has gone. I'm trying to forget it and get on with life, with new things, new stuff. I'm gonna make a serious video on what it means to maybe be a offender for one day in Nairobi, or other exciting videos that I might think about to shoot and show you my audience. So stay tuned. Please remember to share, to like, subscribe, and comment. This is Victor Oyak from Nairobi, Kenya, East Africa. I'll see you in the next one. Bao Chao from Nairobi. Bye bye.